How's it going, YouTube? Navy Sooner here. Little pills equals big training.
It's all about the big lights shining bright. Whiskey got you feeling right. Kick drum like a shotgun ripping through the night. Raising hell in Dixie cups all night long. It's all about the sweat-soaked t-shirts, partying until it hurts, leaning on the backbeat, screaming every single word. Nothing like getting high on a country song.
During the Mexican beer flu times, prices of ammunition have gone up, so has availability, as well with civil unrest that's been happening in our streets. And no, I'm not talking about what happened in DC. I'm talking about the riots that have happened all over the country that had nothing to do with the people in DC. Anyways, this is much more expensive than this now. And this 22 long rifle you can get a lot of training out of for both your rifle and your pistol. This obviously is not a 22. This is my CZ-P10F. While you can get some training without ammunition, like dry firing, it's not the same thing as actually pulling the trigger, shooting the round, the slide cycling, the round being ejected from the firearm, and then the slide going home with another round and being able to do that over and over again. So while dry firing is good training, it's still better to actually get onto the range and be able to shoot. And like I said, the price of 22 long rifle is much cheaper than these pills right here. As well as 5.56, 223 or 7.62 by 39, whatever you shoot. I found 22 long rifle to be more available than 9mm, and it's just a good option for training and being able to get repetition going. I prefer repetition over having to cycle your slide on your own to be able to get dry firing training done. Now you'll see douchebags online, like on Texas Gun Trader here in Texas, that are trying to sell 22 long rifle bulk packs, like a 500 round bulk pack for over $100. I can still find it in stores on a more than regular basis than 9mm or 5.56, and like a 500 round box was only like $35, and now they're trying to sell it for $100. Don't go online and buy your ammunition from assholes like that. Now, during the last ammunition crisis, 22 long rifle was what was hard to find. So whenever it became available and lower priced, I stocked up on that shit like crazy. I have so much 22 long rifle, it's not even funny. I have sub rounds, I have bulk pack, I have match rounds, I have high velocity rounds. I have a lot of 22 long rifle, and to be able to still get the training with the 22 long rifle is great. Before we go any further, I would like to let you know about my Patreon account and my Subscribestar account. There is no content over there, and I'm sorry for the assholes that want to talk shit about that, but why would I put content up if there's nobody there? If people start going and start donating, then I will definitely put content up over there. But it's just a way to be able to donate to me if you would like to donate and keep this channel running, because it is expensive, especially in the times of the Koof flu. Also, if you do not want to do a subscription style donation service, then you can donate to me using PayPal. My email is navysoonerchannel@gmail.com. You can use that when you go on to PayPal's website, and that will send money directly to my account if you would like to donate to me. As well, soon, very soon, Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Happiness will have a website. He's getting things going. He quit his day job. He's starting that company. Like, he's making it a big thing. So go check out Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Happiness over on Instagram. Their name is below, and whenever his website is up and running, I will put a link down below this page. I will put a link down below this video and all the videos from then on out, and I will let you know that there is a website. Training with a gun is like training with a musical instrument. You can train and train and train and get great, but when you stop training and go back to it, you're not as good as you used to be. So getting training on a regular basis will help you become a better shooter. I go out shooting at least 2 to 3 times a week, and for the most part, I'm using 22 long rifle right now. And most of the people that talk trash about my abilities down below in the comments are probably 100 to 150 pounds overweight, live with their mother, they have to feel around to find their dick when they want to masturbate, and they use Cheez Whiz as lube when they jerk off. Now, I've never claimed that my abilities were good or great. I am always needing training just like you are. So if you want to be a shithead and make comments about the way I shoot down below, go ahead, help my algorithm. But I will either block you or mute you. And muting you, I still get your comments for the algorithm, but you have no clue that no one's even listening to you. Recently, I did a review on this rifle right here and this pistol right here. This pistol is the Taurus TX22, and this is the Tippmann Arms M422. The Tippmann M422 is an AR-styled rifle that takes 22 long rifle. The TX22 is a pistol that is pretty close to what most modern semi-automatic pistols are today. I'm going to do this for all you people that want to cry about safety. There's not shit in there and there's nothing in the magazine. Anyways, there are other pistols besides the Taurus TX22. I like this one because it's lower priced, and there have been less issues that I've heard of with this pistol. There's companies that are good as well, like Walther, have their own 22 long rifle that resemble their firearms. Glock has a Glock 44. There are other companies out there that make SIG styled 22 long rifle pistols and 1911 styled 22 long rifle pistols. I just chose this one because it was on the shelf and it takes 16 rounds rather than the 10 that, say, a Walther or a Glock takes. My carry pistol is a Glock 48, and my full-size pistol that I shoot is a P10F from CZ. Now, this does not have the exact same controls, but it does get training in, and if you cannot learn how to use controls on many different pistols, well then, I don't know, have fun with life. Some people would like to complain that 22 long rifle does not have the same recoil impulse that a 9mm has. Well, to that, I don't really care, because you still get repetition, you still get a report, you still get your slide cycling, round coming out, another round going in, being able to pull the trigger. And with dry firing, you're not getting recoil either. So, I mean, why are you fucking complaining about it? I normally have recoil anticipation when it comes to shooting pistols, and shooting with 22 long rifle that has hardly any recoil has helped me work with my recoil anticipation. So it's helped me out in the long run. Besides working on getting a draw from my holster, outside the waistband holster, I also have a nylon inside the waistband, like cheap ass, like Mike's holster that I use and practice with my draws from concealment with that. You also can work on everything from drawing to side alignment to trigger pull. Yes, the trigger pull is different with this, but you still get the fundamentals down of how you work on your trigger pull with your 9mm pistol. And just like the pistol, there are many different 22 long rifles out there that resemble ARs, AKs, or like give it a tactical look to like a 1022. I chose to go with one that functions the most like an actual AR-15 because all the controls work exactly the same with this Tippmann M422. As well, the weight of the M422 is up there closer to an AR-15 because the receivers are both made out of aluminum. Now there are drop-in things like CMMG's drop-in 22 long rifle to go into a regular AR-15, but the bolt doesn't hold back, and they are known to have cycling issues. I don't give a shit if you go down in the comments and say, mine has never had any cycling issues. I don't really fucking care because I care about all of them, not just yours. As well, the magazines do not drop free. There are uppers out there that you can get that are pre-made for your AR-15 and work with a regular AR-15 lower. They're few and far between right now, especially in the Kuflu. And by the time that they are able to be bought again, the Kuflu might be gone, and we might be able to start practicing more with 5.56. That's if the big man doesn't keep trying to come after our firearms. And I don't mean like them walking up our fucking driveways to take our guns. I mean like enacting legislation to make people that own guns felons overnight. And if you don't believe that's happening, you're an idiot. Get the fuck off my channel. Going back to my Tippmann, having the same controls really helps out when it comes to training and having the same muscle memory having the same muscle memory for shooting. The safety works exactly the same. The bolt does hold open, the magazine drops free, and the charging handle works just like that. As well, you can use the forward assist. Let me put it in you can also use the forward assist to get it to go into battery if you need it to. One of my main rifles, I have an LPVO on. This is a Burris XTR2. I used to have this LPVO from my Tippmann on this rifle, but since I decided to upgrade my LPVO, I put the LPVO onto this rifle and I can get training with it. I can work on sight acquisition using a LPVO because it's a little bit harder than a red dot. You can also throw red dots on here. You can throw whatever optic you want on here and get the same training that you could with your regular AR-15. You also definitely don't have to use a 22 long rifled rifle that's based on the AR-15. You can use a 10-22, even in its regular old like wooden or black stock or whatever you get, just the regular old looking 10-22. You can work on your sight acquisition, and then you can also work on transitioning to your pistol if you throw a sling onto it. There's many different things that you can do with training with a 10-22, and it will help out. It won't be the best, but it will help out. I'm going to roll in some footage of a training evolution that I learned from Two Alpha Training Group. This is a great low round training evolution for if you have 9mm or 223 or 5.56, but you can also transition to using 22 long rifle and doing the same thing. What you do is you go from the low ready with your rifle, 2 rounds, it goes empty, drop your rifle, you grab your pistol, get your sight picture, put 2 rounds on target, it goes empty, you do a magazine change with your pistol, then you put 2 rounds on target, it goes empty, you grab your rifle, you look to see what's wrong with it, it's changing your magazine, you change your magazine, and you put 2 rounds on target. So that is a total of 8 rounds. If you are using 9mm or 5.56, that's a total of 4 of each round. If you're using 22 long rifle, that's 8 22 long rifles. I don't know about you, but right now, shooting 8 22 long rifles sounds a lot better than shooting 4 9mm and 4 223 at a fraction of the cost. Whatever gun that you use when it comes to training, just get training. Find a way to get 22 long rifle and get into training. And even if you don't want to use 22 long rifle, whatever round you choose to train with, get that training, because it just deteriorates over time. Your abilities just deteriorate over time, and you need to constantly practice. And if you're new, then you better get some training, because if something were to go down and I were to have to fight next to somebody that doesn't know how to use a gun, I'm pushing you away from me. Well, that's it for this video. Navy Sooner out. When was the last time you got to shoot 525 rounds during a training evolution? Hasn't been in the last year, that's for damn sure.